So thank you for being with me today. We're wrapping up sheep, y'all. We are wrapping up sheep today. Yes, we are. That's been our theme for this whole week. And it still makes me giggle to say it. But we've been talking about sheep in the sense of metaphysically, sheep represents our thoughts. Sheep represents our thoughts. So the reference to sheep in the Bible, when Jesus is talking about the sheep that listen and the sheep that don't, the thoughts that listen and the thoughts that wander off, right? So what is our thinking, right? Are we letting our thoughts just wander off like sheep, like lost sheep? Or are we keeping them gathered, right? Are we keeping them gathered and being very conscious about where our thoughts are going, right? Because we want to know where our sheep are, right? Can't have sheep all over the countryside. We can't have thoughts all over the countryside. So sheep is an acronym that I've been unpacking all week. And so S is subconscious, right? Our subconscious mind is there's our sheep. There's our sheep. They so cute. Look at them. Looking all innocent, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But they'll get you. They will get you. You turn around and they going off somewhere. So sheep as subconscious, seat of memory. Our subconscious mind is the seat of our memory. It's the seat of our habits. The seat of our habits. I see you, Pam. I see you, Miss Bliss. She thinks P is for practice. Well, we're going to get to P. That's a good one, though. We're going to get to P. And so subconscious mind is the seat of our habits. So H is habits, right? H is habits. Start thinking about your pattern of thinking as a habit, right? And so we can change our habits. We can change our thinking. And we do so consciously. We use our conscious mind to impress upon our subconscious mind the new thoughts. And we are consistent, vigilant about it, right? Then E, the first E in sheep, explains, right? To make clear the cause of, right? So our subconscious mind makes clear the cause of everything. And I shared the revelation that I got about how I think about rest, right? And how it was a limiting belief that was embedded in my subconscious mind from when I was little, right? And so now I recognize, oh, that is what that's about. And I'm telling y'all, all this week since Tuesday, I've stopped what I'm doing at 10:30 and I've gotten myself ready for bed. Now, do I still get those thoughts like, oh, just 10 more minutes, girl? Oh, just do this one last thing. Yes, it's still there. But what do we have? We have the ability to make intelligent choices for ourselves, to make conscious choices, right? So I consciously choose to stop what I'm doing and get myself ready for bed. And it's been wonderful this week. And so I have to keep it going one evening at a time, right? Because we also know when we start something new, we're all up in it, right? And then as time goes on, not so much, right? We start to waver a little, right? We start to wander, right? So I'm just taking it baby step, one day at a time, stopping at 10:30, right? Because it explained everything. And that was the second E. Everything, every single thing is rooted in our subconscious mind. So we just need to peel things back. Don't take things at face value. Go deeper, right? If you suffer from road rage, The way other people are driving has nothing to do with the reason why you have road rage. You need to peel that back. Peel it back. What is that about? Right? There's something beneath the surface, right? Everything is rooted in our subconscious mind, Tim. And so I was doing some reading this morning and came upon this quote by Dr. Carl Jung. And he said, the subconscious mind contains not only all the knowledge that it has gathered during the life of the individual, but that in addition, it contains all the wisdom of past ages. So we're not giving our subconscious mind a bad rap, right? Because that's the place of creativity. That's the place of intuition, right? That's the connection between our mind and the universal mind, right? Through the creative process, the universal mind, right, connects with the subjective mind, our subconscious mind, right? And descends into the soul. And out comes the effect, right? Cause and effect. All right. So don't sleep on your subconscious mind. Don't beat up your subconscious mind. Just know that we can use the power that is within us to co-create our lives. Everything in our life. Nothing is left out. So what do we have so far? Subconscious habits explains everything, but I'm going to shorten the everything so the acronym makes sense. So subconscious habits explains every, so Pamela said practice, and you know I do like that. But the P is for perception. Subconscious habits explains every perception that we have. Every perception that we have. Okay? So, perception. The act of perceiving, to become aware of, know, or identify by means of senses. The origins of perception is a taking in. Ooh, Diana. Ooh, girl, that's a lot. We're going to leave that. You just wrap it up what I said. Girl, you are amazing. You are amazing. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Diana. All right, y'all. That's okay. She was writing in her notes and his sin. Girl, that's all good. Because this is helpful to somebody, right? It reinforces not only what I'm saying, but now they could read it. Thank you, Diana. Diana just gifted us. You'll send a shout out to Diana. That's awesome, right? The origins of perception is a taking in, right? So we need to pay attention to what we are taking in. What are we taking in? What else are we allowing in to, what are we taking into our subconscious mind? If our subconscious mind is the seat of wisdom for us also, then what are we taking in? We use our conscious mind, which they say is about like less than 10% of our mind. It ain't much, right? But our conscious mind is the watchman at the gate. I love that the Master Key System book describes the conscious mind as the watchman at the gate, right? So we are watching carefully, vigilantly, what we are allowing to filter in, to impress upon our subconscious mind, because it's the atmosphere in which everything starts to percolate, right? So we got to get that clear. We got to get that clear. How are you perceiving life? What is your perception about life? What are your habits about the way you perceive life? Nothing ever works out for me. I can never get what I want. Every relationship that I'm in fails. What are your habits of your perceptions? How do you see your life? How do you see the world? Is everybody out to get you? Is everything happening to you? Your perception, right? Your perception is your level of consciousness, right? And if you've read or if you've been a part of Agape in any way, Michael Bernard Beckwith has a book called Life Visioning Process. And in it, he goes through the stages of consciousness, right? Or the kingdoms of consciousness. And one of the kingdoms is victim consciousness. Do you perceive life as a victim? Another stage of consciousness is as me, as a channel. Do you perceive life as God, as a channel through you? That God is working through you and as you. And so everything that you perceive, you know that is for your highest good, right? Subconscious habits explains every perception. I had a perception about rest. It was wonky. I didn't know why. I thought I knew why, but my 5-year-old little girl knew why. That, you know, that girl that I love, right? Perception, right? I was at I felt like I was a victim to my mother, right? Telling me what to do, when I need to go to bed, when to get up, right? I was just a little girl. I wasn't a victim. I was doing the best that I could, right? And so was my mom, for that matter, taking care of me. But we get it twisted sometimes because we don't remember. And then we create our own perceptions that's not based in anything that's true, right? So the next time you're in a situation with someone, stop, pause, and check out what you are perceiving about the situation, about the other person, about yourself. Is your perception from the lens of victim? This person is doing something to me. Or is your perception at the level of channel, a vessel, that this is happening for me? Even if we judge it as bad or negative, if all things work together for my good, all things, y'all. That verse doesn't say some will and some won't, and we're going to keep you guessing. No, God don't work like that. All things work together for our highest good. No matter what it is, no matter what it is. And I know that might be hard to take in because some of us are going through very, very challenging times. And you're saying, Red Mel, how can you say this horrible thing that I'm going through is happening for my highest good? How can you say that? Because it is the truth. It is the law. Just think about it. All of us can think about being in a challenging time in our life. Did you make it through? Did you make it through? You did, because you are here. You are here. And it still may not be exactly the way that you want it to be. But we don't give up. We keep moving forward. We keep knowing the truth. We keep doing our work. We keep open. You can't receive if you're closed. You can't. The universe is not going to break in. It don't work like that. It's going to give you it's going to give you what you are ready to, what you are willing to receive. Because I'm not even going to say ready, because sometimes I ain't ready for some stuff, but I'm willing to receive it. Trusting that it's for my highest good, and trusting that it is exactly what I need. Having faith that it is exactly what I need, even if I don't know it at the time. Right? Subconscious habits explains every perception. So think about what you are perceiving, something you are perceiving in your life right now that you judge as negative. You have it within your power to shift your perception. Bonnie said the other day to reframe, right? You can reframe it, right? And start creating what I call positive future fantasies. Create positive future fantasies. Because we already create negative future fantasies. So why not create positive future fantasies? And allow your perception to be in that space, in that energy, in that vibration. And watch and see what comes back, what you attract, what you magnetize, what you amplify, right? Evolution happens through involvement, not by standing on the sidelines. So let's get involved in our lives in a conscious, determined, and purposeful way. All right. So there we have it. Sheep. Subconscious habits explains every perception. Yes, yes. Instead of ba, ba, we're going to say yes, yes. All right. All right. So, how are we going to use this with our quality? Everything in your life, you are going to perceive through your quality. All right? So if your quality, Seku's quality is abundance, wealth, and happiness. So everything in his life, he is going to perceive, he's having a fit right now in the green room. He is going to perceive as abundance, wealth, and happiness, no matter what. No matter what. And those of us in the congregation of joy, if we know each other, like, and we're interacting with each other in real life and, like person to person, come on, let's stand in that knowingness with each other, right? So if I start talking about, woe is me, wait a minute, Rev Mel, are you perceiving that through curiosity? Right? I know, y'all, but that's where we're going. We're using our quality of God, right? And pressing upon our subconscious mind. This is our habit. Our quality of God is our habit of thinking. It's our new pattern of thinking, right? And we are embracing it. We are embodying it. We are invoking it. We are raising it up in our lives. It is for us. You chose it. I didn't choose it for you. You chose it. So let's get in alignment. Let's get in harmony with our quality. So I said I was going to do another roll call today to see where everybody is. If you want to make any changes, do it now. Because we're not going to be flip-flopping around with the universe. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Okay? All right. And if I miss you, put it in the comments, okay? Because I didn't get a chance to look at yesterday if anybody wrote something in the comments. So, Pamela, bliss. Stacy, love, freedom, peace. Gladys, health, prosperity, and creativity. Vanessa, abundance and freedom. Wayne, oneness, faith, harmony, abundance. Lindsay, joyful trust with kindness. Mommy, well, that's Eunice, y'all. Joy and love. Diego, perfect health, wholeness, confidence, and sovereignty. Linda, self-love. Ron, evolve spiritually. Bonnie, love and peace. Lovejoy, strength and compassion. Pamela Norton, healthy peace. Sekou, abundance, wealth, and happiness. Diana, curiosity and creativity. Nan, divine mind, trust, and abundance. So let me know if I missed anyone. Please put it in the comments and I will do that. And so what is our next step with our quality? We are perceiving everything in our life, everything, through the lens of our quality. So something happens, we would say, Lindsay, something happened. What would joyful trust with kindness do? Pamela, some big deal you was working on went awry, right? What would Bliss have to say about this? So this is how we're using our quality. And we're going to keep building and building and building upon it. Okay? All right. So if anyone has any, yes, yes, yes. I see the yes. Amen. All right. All right. All right. Yes. Yes. Say yes, y'all. Say yes. Subconscious habits explain every perception. All right. So I am revmelissa. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a licensed religious science practitioner. I'm a spiritual life coach, and I am the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. And this is my ministry of joy. This is my practice. This is how I show up in the world as best as I can, as best as I can. So if you need support, I am here to be of service to you. Send me a DM and we can set up some time to talk. If the sheep series has resonated with you, if you got something from it and you want to give a donation, a love donation to my ministry, you can do so by going to Cash App or Venmo. We're in the law of circulation. So the giving and the receiving go hand in hand. You want more, you give more. You give more, you have more space to receive more. That's the law. That's how it works. So I thank you so much for your generosity. And I just want to shout out Lindsay, who supports me religiously, I would say, and sends me love offerings for lunch and for a cup of tea or something. I really appreciate the love and support that you consistently give to me, not just monetarily, but just with your consciousness, Let's shift to some joy news, y'all. All right. So let you all know, those of you who are in the 30-day mental diet class, next Tuesday, January 18th, there is no class. So I got the dates mixed up. So 30-day mental diet, if you're in the class, there is no class this Tuesday coming up. I'm going to be in California at a conference. So I sent you an email last night with a recap of Tuesday's class and your assignment for next week. You're not getting away with not doing homework just because we're not having class. And what that assignment is no complaining. No complaining. All right? So you can start on Tuesday because that's when we will have class. So from next Tuesday to the following Tuesday, no complaining. And if you're not in the class, I would invite you to do it too. Because this is what Willis Kinnear says, and Sekou shared this quote in his on his show this morning. Another synchronicity. It does no good to complain about any lack that only increases it. The only way you can correct the situation is to do something about it. And the something you must do starts right where you are and with what you are thinking. So stop complaining. Stop it. Stop complaining. I'm saying that to me too. Hey, all right. Can I sneak in and say cool? Can I?
See, I had already relaxed. I was like, there's not enough time, man. All right, so all I'm going to say really quickly is that, yes, I did mention complaining on my show earlier today, and I have done a complaining diet before. Let me tell you, it is going to be harder than you think. It's going to be harder than you think because it is so contagious. Other people will complain around you, and as soon as they start complaining, you want to join in their complaining and start complaining about something else. I'm telling you, it's more contagious than a yawn. That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Right.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm out.
I love it. It's more contagious than a yarn. I love that. All right. So you'll have your homework. You'll know what to do. If you want to start the no complaining now, please feel free to do so. Pamela, I see you. Thank you for helping me through the year blissfully, girl. Yes, girl, I got you. I got all of I send energy to your quality every single day. Every single day. So you need to do that too, because I can't do it for you. You have to do the work. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.